Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video we're going to go through this week's Forex market outlook, show you what currencies have been moving and what we can potentially anticipate for the week ahead. Now, just looking at the US dollar index, obviously the dollar being that safe haven currency, as well as investors looking to seek cash at the moment as the stock market falls, the dollar is seeing some huge moves. And we've just approached a key zone. So we've just literally retested this 103 level. We came up right into it and retested it last week. Now, this is an important resistance zone. The last time the market was here, we saw a decent drop to the downside. So this is going to be a zone for us to keep our eye on and how we can anticipate what happens next. So there's going to be one or two things. We're either going to see the dollar strength continue and we're going to push to the upside, or we're going to see the market just find a little bit of resistance, maybe come back, retest some key highs before seeing that dollar resurgence come back into play. Now, let's just dive into a lower time frame. Let me just clear these lines off first. So if I go down into the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we've got this lovely 4-hour trend. The market is forming nice higher highs, higher lows. So you can see here higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and so on and so forth. Now the market is potentially forming a double top at this 103. So this is just giving us a little insight. Is the market going to start maybe trending back down a little bit, come back to a key level and move to the upside? Now what's going to be key for us to watch is this 101 area. So if I just put a line here, this key low through here, so 101.09 is going to be an interesting area to watch, because if the market breaches this low, closes below, then I'd expect the market to continue to the downside after a retracement. Okay, so that's what I'll be anticipating to happen here for the dollar. If however price breaches the level, fails to close below it, then I'd expect the market to, grabbing the wrong arrows here, hang on one second. I'd expect the market to push back to the upside. Okay, so if the market does try and breach this level, gives us a pin candle or a false breakout to the downside, I'd expect the dollar strength to continue and head towards the higher area of that zone. And again, we're going to have to ask ourselves the question, is the market going to break at this point or bounce? Now, with the dollar strength so strong, I would anticipate a continuation to the upside. So I'm really keeping an eye on this 4-hour area of support and resistance. We've got these highs here at 103 and these lows at 101.09. Keep your eye on those. If the market breaks, look for a trade in the direction in terms of dollar strength or weakness. So heading on down to the next chart, Euro US dollar. Euro again, you can see that downtrend coming through. The market's starting to find a little bit of a bottom here. It's all down to the dollar index now, all down to the US dollar. If I go to that weekly time frame, we broke through these lows here. Now the next sort of supporting zone for the euro, I'd say, is more down towards this 101.40, where it's kind of held now. There isn't really a support area there. It's a little bit lower. There's this first one around about 105.70. or this deeper move down in around about that 104.100 area. So I'm anticipating the market to move lower, which is anticipating the dollar to strengthen further. Now, if I go into a 4-hour time frame, we can see the market came up, rejected this level, and started to move to the downside. We had a trade on the Blueberry Jam with the market in here, 180 pip stop, 180 pip target. We just came a little bit shy of that target last week. So what I'm anticipating maybe is another push, again very similar to how the dollar index is shaping up. Are we going to see a rejection of this high in here or not? That's going to be the question we need to ask. Are we going to get above there, and is the market going to hold above there? If it starts to hold above here, I'd expect euro to start pushing back a little bit in a retracement phase. If not, I'd expect the continuation of that euro US dollar weakness in line with the dollar gaining value. Pound, I'm not going to skip over the pound. The Australian dollar, US dollar is again testing these highs up in here. If we get another push, at the moment the market seems to be forming these higher lows. If the market pushes towards this high again and rejects and starts giving us a false breakout of this high in here, then we could anticipate a move back down into the lows once again, very much in line with that dollar strength. If the dollar weakens, then I'd expect the market to start forming higher highs. However, you know, the market has formed a higher high, but it failed to close above this previous high, which suggests that the sellers are still looking to sell any sort of rallies in this market. So be aware of that. Keep a real eye on this 4-hour trend that we're seeing at the moment. Dollar CAD is quite interesting, however. It seems to be the only one that's changed that 4-hour trend. The market broke out of this 2017 April high and just completely moved to the upside, heading towards this 2016 high through here in January, and is now starting to reject it a little bit. So we may see some short-term weakness in this market. We can see already this is the only one that really is presenting us with an opportunity, because the market's rallied, pulled back, rallied again, pulled back, rallied slightly, and then broke to the downside. Market's rallied again. Where is it retesting? Previous structure lows. So this area here is now becoming a bit of a resistance, where the market could drop down back into sort of that 1.4 area, which is these previous breakout highs here. Market gets down to there, again, look for that potential continuation of this move through here. So I do quite like short-term dollar CAD weakness and long-term buys, because we can see here, you know, market has just started to break into new lows on dollar CAD. So you could even take a look at an early position with that lower low, lower close candle, stops above the highs, targets down in here and here, and we'll see how that potentially shapes up. But you can see on this hourly time frame, the market looks a little bit better here in terms of, you've got almost like an inverse head and shoulders pattern. We get the lower low, the market's pulled back into that neckline area. Are we going to start seeing the market move back down now? So keep an eye on dollar CAD. Could be some short-term opportunities to the downside here, now that the market is starting to form a new lower low. You can see here, higher high, higher low, and we're just breaking out of that now. So that would suggest to me that there's some downside to be had here. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'll obviously keep you updated throughout the week as well. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Stay safe. Remember, these markets are very choppy. We're in unprecedented territory as well, so it's very hard to pick out continued opportunities, but the dollar seems to be the dominant currency, so I'd rather stay on and continue to back that. So stay safe if you're trading. Thanks for watching this video update, and if you did like it, please like and subscribe to the video, to the YouTube channel, sorry. Lets us know that you're enjoying this content, and I'll speak to you soon.